Okay, so we're going to look at the composition of functions or composite functions. So that means when you put two functions or three functions together. Okay, so this G with a little circle, F, means G after F, or sometimes it's just written G then F. Okay, so what that means is you apply G after you've applied the function F. Okay, if you had, let's do an example. So you have these two functions, and they're asking me to find this, F after G of 2. So that means find G of 2 and then do F of your answer. Okay? So always read that as F after G of 2. So let's find G of 2. That means fill 2 into your G function instead of X. So that's 2 squared minus 1, which is 4 take 1, which is 3. And then I want F of that answer. So F of my answer. F of 3. Okay, and F of 3 means fill 3 in instead of the X in the F function. So I get 6. Okay, I'll keep going with these. Do a few more. G after F of minus 1. So G after F of minus 1 means you need to find F of minus 1 first and then do G of your answer. So F of minus 1 means fill minus 1 in instead of X. So that's 2. And then G of my answer means G of 2. Fill 2 in to the G. 2 squared minus 1, which is 3. Okay, any issues there? No? Good, let's keep going. F after G of X. Okay, so F after G of X, that means get G of X first of all. Well, G of X is just X squared minus 1. And then they want me to do F of my answer. So F of X squared minus 1. So that means my input into the F function is X squared minus 1. It's no longer X, it's X squared minus 1. Okay, so that's all that means. In the F function, instead of X, I'm putting in X squared minus 1. So X squared minus 1 plus 3, which is X squared plus 2. And the last one, let's do G of F of X. Okay, so G after F of X. So I need to get what F of X is. F of X is just X plus 3. And then I need to do G of my answer. Okay, so G of X plus 3. That means my input in the G function is now X plus 3. So instead of X squared, I'm going to have X plus 3 to be squared. Okay, that's my input there. I'm just going to square this out. Square the first, product of the two multiplied by 2, square the last, and I get X squared plus 6X plus 8. Now something to note, F after G of X and G after F of X, they're not commutative. What that means is, just because I've changed the position of the F and the G, it doesn't give me the same answer. Okay? Now, it might sometimes, but in general, it doesn't give me the same answer. You can see this is a completely different answer to this. Okay? So, I don't know if you remember from Junior Cert, that's commutative. So, 2 by 3 is equal to 3 by 2. I've swapped around the place. That's commutative. 6 is equal to 6. But in this case, and in most cases, f of g of x is not the same as g of f of x. Okay, that's just something they could ask. Let's just do another example. Okay, so given that f of x is 2x plus 1, g of x is 1 over x, and h of x is x squared minus 4. So, first of all, find g after f of x, or g of f of x. So we need to get f of x first. F of x first. And then we need to get g of my answer. Okay, so my input into the g function is 2x plus 1 now. So it's 1 over 2x plus 1. Okay? Part 2. F squared x, that's the same as f of x. So get f of x and then get f of your answer. Okay, so first of all I have to write down what f of x is, 2x plus 1. And then I need to get f of my answer, f of 2x plus 1. So that means my input in the f function is now 2x plus 1. So it becomes 2, instead of x, I have 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1, okay? So that's 4x plus 2 plus 1, 4x plus 3. And just lastly here, let's do h of f of g of x, yeah. Okay, h after f after g of x. So composition here of 3 different functions. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to write down g of x. So that's 1 over x. Okay? Then I need to do f of that answer. F of 1 over x. So that means anywhere I see x, I now have to replace it with 1 over x. So 2 times 1 over x plus 1. So that's just 2 over x plus 1. And then I need to do h of my answer. Okay. So putting it in here, instead of my input to be squared, I have this to be squared. Minus 4. Okay, and then you just need to tidy that up. Now this is to be squared, so you can just square the first. So to square a fraction, I know I square the top and square the bottom, so that's going to be 4 over x squared. Product of the two, so multiply those two, 1 by 2 over x is just 2 over x. Multiplied by 2 is 4 over x. and square the last is plus 1 minus 4. So I get 4 over x squared plus 4 over x minus 3.